Hello everybody, welcome back to Terror Track. Today, we're going to be taking a look at this movie here, The Blair Witch Project. This movie is from 1999, um, right at the turn of the century. Um, this movie is widely known as one of the horror movies that a lot of people know. Um, but thing here is it good or is it scary? Um, so, gonna do what normally happens with this series. Do a basic plot synopsis, then I'll go through how I felt about it and if it scared me. And then what I would rate it at the very end. And if you guys should watch it. So, the Blair Witch Project has pretty simple concept. So, this girl and a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but this girl and a couple of guys um, decide they're going to go out on a camping trip. Now, this whole camping trip is actually spawned by the girls' want to make a documentary on an old legend known as the Blair Witch Project. Well, not project, but the Blair Witch. Um, so, her and the two guys decide to go out and make a documentary about this Blair Witch legend, ask people around. A lot of the movie at the beginning, it's them, doing documentary type stuff in a vlog format. A lot of people actually thought this movie was real because it was going under the mantle of found footage when it came out, and being that it was earlier in time than today, it was a little bit more believable and people thought it could be real. Obviously it's not, but that kind of added to the rumors about it and got people talking about it. But anyway, they all go into the woods for a camping trip to get more footage for the documentary to see if there really is a Blair Witch. A lot of supernatural things happen. A lot of the movie is just really not interesting at all. The Blair Witch Project, at least to me, is extremely boring. I had the displeasure of sitting through the entire thing after purchasing it, nonetheless, which made it an even worse experience because I wasted money buying this film, and I still own it. I don't know why. I should probably get rid of it eventually because it's just not a good movie. Didn't scare me at all in the slightest. It was just really uninteresting the entire way through, and at the very end, there's a scare that sort of ends the whole thing and leads to the idea that it was found footage, but pretty much the entire movie is just really, really boring. Nothing happens at all in the movie. And there's a video online done by Matt Pat or Film Theory / Game Theory that explains what could have been the actual thing that was happening in that movie. So go check that out because it's a really interesting video. But the problem with that video is that, well, I don't think it's a problem with the video. I think it's more of a problem with the movie. Problem with the movie is the video online about it, that's just a theory, is way more interesting than the movie itself. And the movie drags on. It takes forever. I had the extremely strong urge to just skip through it the entire time. But I didn't. I stayed. I suffered for you guys. And it just was not a fun experience. So, The Blair Witch Project from 1999, it's not a good movie at all. I didn't get scared, so it was basically a pointless experience, and I really don't recommend ever even going near this movie. Um, I think it's either I think it's a reboot. It might be a sequel, but there was another movie in the sort of Blair Witch universe, I guess, released in 2016. I haven't seen that one. Um, Hopefully that one's better than the original because it's just not. It's horrible. So yeah, do I recommend this movie? Hell no. Don't watch this movie. It's you guys might feel different about it than I do, but to me, I cannot recommend this movie. It is literally the worst horror movie I've ever seen. So yeah, just don't see it. I mean, I guess if you want to be bored, then I guess you could watch it, but I wouldn't recommend it. So this movie, the past movies I've given, around the latter half of the scale, 1 to 10 scale. Um, I'm gonna give it on the early half because it's not a good movie. Judging by the fact that it's just not fun, it's boring, and it didn't scare me in the slightest, I'm going to say that this movie is probably a 2. I don't want to put it at 1 just because I feel like nothing deserves to be at 1 at the moment, but I'm going to put it as a 2 because it fucking sucks. Like, don't go watch this movie, please. You'll be doing yourself a disservice. Um, Thanks for watching. Another episode of Terror Trek, and see you guys later. Bye.